Alright, welcome back everybody. Next episode of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Last episode we kind of finished up everything in Argolis and we went back this way. We got a new sword for killing the Nemean lion. We also got a nice smooch with Diana there. I think it's Diana. And then we started a Socrates side quest thing. Essentially he got arrested for no reason whatsoever, and we are trying to figure out why they're going that way. And apparently the priestess is trying to use him to convince people. You fucker. Yo. To I'm almost dead. That the gods don't speak through her, so people stop listening to her, and thus making her useless to the cult.
It's bigger than I thought. He has to be around here somewhere.
The issue, motherfucker. The issue I see with that is once she's not useful, she will be killed. So I don't know if she sees that as well. But one of Socrates' students came to this tomb, I guess, and we are here to find him. So, yeah, that's an update. Goal for this episode is kind of finish up the Socrates quest, and there's a couple other blue quest lines that we can do as well, so we will stick with doing those for a while, I think, before we get back to main story. Oh, we're only doing the blue ones in areas that we have already accomplished. So, like, our thing in here, I already have that. So, yeah. That's the goal for the next... Probably gonna take a little while.
You don't need to be scared now. I'm not with them.
That doesn't mean you won't kill me. You just want this for yourself.
I'm a friend of Socrates.
You are? Prove it.
I mean, he's a student, right?
Socrates is one of the most frustrating people I've ever known. He just talks and talks and
This
talks.
guy's like,
And it
yeah,
feels like
he
he asks
knows.
questions just so he can continue talking and talking and talking.
What you call frustrating, I call brilliant. But it's clear you know him well.
Why were those men after you?
For some reason, they wanted these writings of Socrates's. Well, I wrote them, but it's all his words.
That seems like a strange thing to want.
One of them had a big mouth. He mentioned something about the priest at the sanctuary of Athena Pronea. He said this was the final thing they needed to get rid of Socrates.
To get rid of him.
I've always been curious. What does Socrates teach you?
So
To think.
much. Follow him around for an entire day and you won't be able to sleep. Your mind will be so aflutter with thoughts.
I'm not sure I'd last a whole day with him. What drew you to Socrates?
I've never met a man like him and I don't think I ever will again. Every day with him is one worth waking up for.
Okay.
I'll take care of the priests.
He sounds like he's
Thank
in
you.
love, almost.
And, well, please, give this to Socrates. It hurts me to say this after all I've learned from him, but I have a family. I can't risk being caught up in whatever this is.
So you're going to stop being his student?
It feels I have no choice. Maybe one day that will change.
I'll be sure to give him the writings.
Thank
Smart
you.
man.
Make sure he stays safe. The world will be a worse place without him in it.
That student gave me an idea. Xanthippe said there was a symposium. Maybe I can convince the others who were there to help Socrates. I'm not sure why the priests want Socrates gone, but I need to take care of them.
All right. So, multiple quests accepted? Oh dear God. Yeah. We'll just do the close one, I guess. I mean, they're right here. I would assume they're...
I need to talk to them.
Yeah. Forest fire! Damn. she's got an arm on her, bro. She. Alright, bet. Let's do this. Get into a very fun conversation.
Do not students take what they learn from their teachers? What then if the teacher is wrong? Does that not simply perpetuate these wrong teachings amongst future generations?
You assume the students aren't wise enough to understand the flaws of the teacher. Think of those who came before us. First Thalis, then his student Anaximandros, and then Anaximenes. Without the teachings of those before him, it's safe to say Anaximenes would not have reached the conclusions he did.
I don't think that's true at all. Oh, perhaps this new phase can offer a different perspective.
They're both right. I will say this: the student doesn't always surpass the teacher, right? But they can learn from them and kind of like excel at that. They have more potential to surpass the teacher. But I need to appease to these people.
A student gets to take all the knowledge of their teacher without needing to come up with answers themselves. If they're smart, they should surpass those they studied under.
An astute observation. The time saved by receiving the knowledge allows the student not only to expand on the ideas, but to come up with more of their own. But
Yes.
what if the student expands on ideas without first seeking the truth behind them?
We have to do both of these. I want an option for both of these.
If a student asks questions before first learning from their teacher, they've not only failed their teacher, but themselves.
Yes, and more would do well to challenge what they hear.
Your appearance betrays you, Mystius. Clearly, you've taken on a teacher of your own.
Something like that. He's the reason I'm here. Socrates needs your help.
Socrates? Ha! If it's another debate you
Who's
want,
the
it will
kid?
be hard for us to decide who hates that man more. Why would we help him?
It doesn't matter if he's your worst enemy. If they're willing to imprison someone like Socrates only for his words, what's to say they won't do the same to you?
So,
Yes.
you want us to help out of fear of being imprisoned ourselves?
I don't care why you help. If I hadn't said his name, would you think it was right Socrates was locked up?
If it's as you say, and it was for his words, then no.
And aren't you afraid it could happen to you too?
Of course. If we can't speak our minds, what else are we to do?
If you believe that, then you should help.
Fine, fine. You've made your point, and you've made it well. Socrates deserves our help, but we don't give it lightly.
That makes it worth even more.
We'll be on our way then. We'll gather some others as well. Make sure our voices are heard. Believe it or not, we're pretty good at causing a scene.
If you're like Socrates, that's not hard to believe.
Wow, I've never seen someone convince them so easily before.
Is that so? I guess I should feel proud. I'm surprised to see a child here.
Is there an age at which it would suddenly be okay to debate with them? What then of the night before I turned that age? Should we be prevented from doing what we wish due to the world's view of us?
Not you, too. But to backtrack a little bit, I think that like 5 minutes of conversation that we just had there just needs to be uploaded and shown to everybody in the world at this point that people have the right to speak their mind and not go to jail for it. I think, freedom of speech, it's written somewhere,
I regret doubting you at all.
Thank you. There are few things greater than gaining the understanding of another.
On that, we disagree.
Disagreements can lead to even more understanding.
You're the first kid I've met who'd rather debate than play.
Don't tell the others, but I'm envious that you're a student of Socrates. I hope one day to be as well.
You're on the right path. What's your name?
Aristocles. Although I've never liked that name much.
It does sound like countless others I've heard around Athens. Why not choose another?
I can do that? Huh. My brother always had a problem saying my name. so he called me Plato instead.
Oh.
Perhaps I'll use that.
I like it.
Thank you. Well, I better hurry after the others. Here.
I don't remember that interaction. The first time I played at all. I didn't remember me Plato. Like the fucking Plato. That's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, let's continue. Let's go kill the priest and steal the evidence. I like that. Didn't they, like, want me not to intercede, though? Ah, whatever. This is Cassandra. There's a bounty. They're fucking... Do this. Tripods of the Dynamo. Something. Palm tree of Eurymedon. I do like the conversations, like the philosophical conversations in this game. I think they did pretty good at it. The only thing I wish, which is pretty difficult to do, but they needed like a middle ground on some of these like replies that you give, because it's either one or the other. It's not like, well, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, right? A little bit of compromise from both sides. They don't have that in like any of them. So that would have been nice as an option, but you know, it is what it is. But I like thinking like that. I love the deep philosophical thinking behind that stuff.
Keep a
It's
sharp watch here.
a ton of fun. If you've ever been in conversations like that, it's draining, like it's exhausting to think that way, but it is a lot of fun, like, to think that way, because you really feel like you're onto something. You know what I mean? Has to be more. What am I seeing here?
Hey. Oh.
Kill these priests.
Once we have the Magnus.
Oh, I didn't steal all the evidence? What? Son of a bitch, he followed me. Yeah. How do I get in here? Do I have to get in through the front door? I think I probably do. I'm also gonna be honest, I don't know why I have to kill the priest. That should be one shot. He's sleeping? The fearless cook. Nice. And that's so annoying because this guy is going right where I need to go.
Those priests must be the ones who hired the thugs and want to get rid of Socrates.
Check the box. Fucker. At this point, we have to. Son of a bitch. Hi. Oh, shit. That's enough of that. These guys don't know what's going on.
priests are dead, they won't be able to testify against Socrates. I should return to Socrates before the trial starts.
This guy gonna see the dead body. He's blind. Yes. We love blind guards. Fuck, he's not blind. Damn it. I don't want to fight him, man. I'm over it. There's another one? Are you fucking kidding me? You guys are okay. Okay, climb the mountain. You guys gonna follow? Okay, if I go at this rate, this is stupid. I think I chose the worst spot to go up. Oh my god. This is the slowest thing I've ever watched in my life. Okay. Where do I have to go for this? Looks like it's over here. Such a Socrates. I like it. I like it. Some of the names for these quests are pretty good. Well thought out. Okay. Let's go finish this. Maybe murder this guy along the way, too? Perhaps? There's so many. You know what? Pay off our bounty. I don't give a shit. I'm over it. It was only 900, which, you know, when you have 30 grand, I guess that's not the greatest of a percentage, but oh, like 3%, I suppose. A little over. Yeah.
Socrates, you're here.
I am.
What happened? The trial couldn't have taken place that quickly.
Had I been given the chance to defend myself, it would have been quick indeed. But unfortunately for me, I was let free before I could.
That's good news.
Apparently, those who had charges to bring against me were found dead. And evidence they claimed to have went missing.
It sounds like someone was looking out for you.
There were also some people protesting my arrest, I was told. I have to ask, did you have something to do with this?
Do you really need to ask?
No, but you still deserve the chance to answer.
Did you have time to find an answer for the Pythia's words?
I thought it would have taken much longer than it did, but the moment I stopped thinking about it, it came to me like a flash of Zeus's lightning.
So, do you agree with Pythia or not?
The gods cannot lie. Yet, I know that I know nothing. I had to understand what it meant for one who knows nothing to be called wise. I realized that though the Pythia said my name, she did not mean me.
Who did she mean then?
That is not an answer I'd yet like to voice. It's one that people may not want to hear, and I must think on how I wish to share my new beliefs with Athens.
Whatever it is, be careful. I don't want to find you've been arrested again.
I think her plan worked.
We should get you home. I'm sure you'll be more comfortable there.
In some ways, that will be true. In others, well, Xanthippe will decide that. Being free feels good, but I don't believe Xanthippe will be happy with me.
She has a good reason to be mad this time.
We argue often about how I need to be careful with what I say and what I said. This will only give her more cause to bring it up.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, you misunderstand. I love it.
You do?
People see Xanthippe and believe it is her beauty that drew me to her. But it is her argumentative spirit I lust for.
Nobody ever likes that about me.
Having my opinions and thoughts challenged helps me to refine them and to grow as a person.
And she likes these arguments?
Oh, I doubt it. But it is in those fiery moments that her spirit is strongest, like an untamed horse.
Don't call her a horse to her face.
I'm afraid your advice is a bit too late.
He called his wife a horse.
Get somewhere
Really?
safe, Socrates.
You're just flailing around!
You sneaky bitch. Okay. Let's loot and get my arrows
I
back.
wonder what that was about.
The things I do? Sometimes hard to know.
Let's hurry back before anything else happens.
They did go after him too, man. He's full of blood. They got like one good hit on him, which is rough. What if he died? I doubt he can die. Are gonna be more?
You came back. Finally. I'm ready to return to Athens. I've had enough of Phorkys and his talk of the Pythia.
You will be happy to hear I have no need for her words any longer.
Ah, then something positive came out of this after all.
I just remembered. A student of yours has been taking notes of your teachings. He wanted you to have them.
Burn him.
What did you do that for?
Nobody asked him to write down my words.
Even so, why not keep it? Share it with others.
Because of a story I was told as a boy.
All right, let's hear it.
The king of Egypt, Thamos, was visited by the god Thephtha. Thephtha offered the invention of writing to the king and told him it was an elixir of memory and wisdom. But Thamos disagreed. He believed the people would no longer use their memories, for they would simply read instead. These written words would not offer true wisdom, but only the appearance of such.
You don't want your own words written down, so others can't use them to pretend to be smart.
Much like creatures in a painting, the words sit there unmoving. If you ask them a question, they will preserve a solemn silence. And no matter how many times you ask, they will only ever say the same thing. They cannot defend their message.
That's the part you like. The defense of your words.
All who speak should defend their words if questioned about them. That
Agreed.
is why I choose to speak and not write. That is why any words of mine that last beyond my final breath will be those that people choose to remember. Those words will be true wisdom and not an illusion.
Huh. That's an interesting take on it.
It's your plan now.
But I don't necessarily
return to
disagree with
Athens,
either.
There's much I need to consider.
You'll be careful, right?
If I have to choose between saying nothing and staying safe, or speaking up and risking my life, the choice is easy.
I should get going. I'm glad you're free.
As am I, although, if you allow me, there is something.
I doubt I could stop you.
We like to believe that action means progress, but it's control that's so truly desired. The more we do, the more control it seems we have, but the less we allow for others. If we grip too tightly, we'll find we've crushed what it is we're holding on to.
Meaning?
Meaning we must sometimes let life unfold without trying to influence the outcome.
I'll keep that in mind. I almost forgot. In your letter you said you had something to ask me. What was it?
You know, I've completely forgotten now. Take care, Cassandra.
Stay out of trouble, Socrates.
Interesting. Very interesting take indeed. Now we're immediately gonna kill this guy. Hi, friend. Yeah, me and you. Let's do this shit.
Take your peace, for we see the gods today.
Bop. Bop. Oh, you gonna get in there, Socrates? He was close. It looked like it. Looked like he's gonna come and help me, but he did not. Okay, so We have one more up here. The Gathering Storm. Daughters of La 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 La. The Daughters of La 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 La. Okay. I think we're going to end the episode here. It's a good point. It's a good time. So we'll end the episode here. Next episode, we will... I think we'll be able to just kind of like streamline through this area. Through this quest. I don't know. I'm hoping we'll be able to get through the whole thing. We'll see. I think they should take about a half hour, but we'll see. Depends on traveling and whatnot, obviously. So that's the plan. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, whatever it is, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.